The story of the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918, when Armistice Day was created to honor the warriors of World War I, the war to end all wars. I think it's important to remember that Veterans Day is a holiday for the living. It's not Memorial Day, which is a memorial of those who gave their lives and limbs, but Veterans Day is for the living, the men and women around you, both in and out of uniform, who have served our country.
I was in the 509th Parachute Infantry Battalion.
Okay.
It was a bastard battalion made up of some of the old troops and whatnot, and part of them went toward Europe and part of them went toward the Far East. The first combat jump in North Africa was made by the 509th Parachute Infantry. I was wounded and taken prisoner in Italy, and I remained a prisoner of war of the Germans for the rest of the war, as a matter of fact. I had escaped from them twice, and that didn't help the situation any, because they treated you separately. You were marked as a problem. If the war would have lasted 2 weeks longer, I would have been dead.
When the World War II generation came back, they went to college, they really changed the economy. You know, they became the leaders of their time. What advice do you have for people coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan?
Block as much of it out of your mind as you can and move forward. That's it.
Easter Sunday, 1945. I lost 10 men because they didn't follow an order. We hit the beach and we were cutting some mines loose so that the invasion troops and the Marines could come in. And when we got on the beach, before we got into the water, we usually swim into the beach and cut the mines from sea to shore, or shore to sea. But this time, the executive officer says reverse your procedure. Cut them from sea to shore. And we had about 45 to 50 mines, all 250-pound cast 2NTs, between us and the ship. And they were with small arm, they were small arm fire, and they were blowing them up when we got too far away to get hurt. So we wound up on the beach with 10,000 Marines 10,000 Jap soldiers looking down on us. And I had one grenade left in my rifle, and I told the guys, look, we're going to live, we're going to die. I says, that's the only hope, is to get into that cave. I says, on my 3, we make a run for it. So I fired the only round I had in, and unfortunately for some Japs, the body parts came out of the cave, and we made a run for it. I says 3, and we go. A buddy of mine who was working with me, we got up there, and we turned around and looked. They were 5 paces behind. 8 men were 5 paces behind, and we got them, saw them. They cut in half with machine guns. And then the Marines came in, and we joined the Marines, and 7 days later I got back to the ship.
We had a near miss. A plane, we shot down a large bomber, and the skipper made a hard right. If he would have made a hard left, I wouldn't be standing there. It would have wiped us out. That was a very close call. It's the only battle I've ever heard of that lasted 90 days. General quarters was 24/7. You know, usually general quarters last you a couple hours or maybe a day or a week. But in the last battle of World War II, it lasted 90 days without stopping, 24/7. We had some of these young folks, these guys, some of these young Navy men, they go to bed at night, their hair would be black, and get up in the morning and white. They had gray hair overnight. You get up in the morning, her hair turn white, some turn gray, and you couldn't believe it. Just how that happened. It was that scary.
I was heading for the invasion of Japan on a merchant ship loaded with 10-1 ration for the troops. When they dropped the atomic bomb, they diverted us in the backside of Greece. And we were there when they dropped the bomb on Hiroshima. So we should have done more of that too. I think what they should learn, what we should do, is go in there and stomp the hell out of these damn people that are causing the problem, and don't be so damn pussyfooting with them. Just stomp the hell out of them and get rid of them, and then it's all the problem. We try to be too nice.